garage, there's a slab of concrete. And really, you just kind of, what did you say, it's maybe 10, 12 foot across, maybe a 12 by 12 slab of concrete. And really all that it's for is you put garbage cans on it and the grill. It's kind of like a little mini patio in between the two. But it has buckled over the years, and so now it favors towards the house, and so water will go towards the house as opposed to away from the house when it rains. So I need to, what I plan on doing is I got to rent a jackhammer pretty soon. I think I'm taking Friday off, not this Friday, but the Friday after for Memorial Day or Labor Day, and I'm going to break up that concrete slab, and I'm going to fill it in with dirt instead. And my dad's got a dump trailer, so I'm going to borrow that, fill it up with all the extra concrete, and then my father-in-law is going to let me dump it all in his, he's got some woods in the back. So that'll be my big project, and I'm going to be whooped after it. Over to you, Gary.
Wow. Oh, man. That would just probably shake me to death. That would be the end of my back and everything else. Scrambled brain or something. I don't know. Wow. Yeah. But if you're going to break up concrete, that's probably the preferred way. I mean, you could always be Hercules or whatever and do it with a sledgehammer and what do you call those, spikes or whatever. I don't know. Nah, I rent a jackhammer. Over.
Yeah, I thought about it, and then I was like, I'm weak, so I'm not. My brother-in-laws, they go to the gym and work out and all that stuff, and they play hockey. They're actually going to play. They play in a I don't know what kind of a league it is, but they have a game tonight at 10 o'clock, and I'm like, that's not for me. I've gone to see it a couple of times, but and it's I don't know how they keep going. They have quite the stamina, so. But it's fun to watch. I like watching sports. Over to you, Gary.
All right, yeah, that's pretty cool when you have a early addiction to something and you keep it up. Like, I mean, sports I'm talking about. My daughter is 39. She played volleyball. Was a very good volleyball player actually, and went to Toledo. And she's 39 now, and she still plays competitive volleyball. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, I just wish I could do that. Something like that with my golf game and be competitive. That's wow. Yeah, that train's passed. That train's gone. But anyway, I still like hacking around, I guess. All right, back to you, Josh. K8VKA AA8CS.
AA8CS, KABKA. Well, that's awesome that she's kept with it that long, and it's really good for you too. I played volleyball a couple of times, well, more than a couple of times, sports are not necessarily my thing, but it's fun to do it every now and again. If I stuck with it and participated in it consistently, I know I could get good, but it just hasn't been in the cards so far. But you mentioned she went to Toledo. That is where I went as well, kind of. Didn't go to main campus, but they have a partnership with Lorain County Community College, and so got my bachelor's degree through Toledo. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool coincidence. I wonder what your daughter went there for, and how many kids do you have? Over to you, Gary.
Alrighty. I have two daughters. Beth went to Toledo, and Amy went to Bowling Green. Amy Amy majored in psychology, and Beth majored in business management. So there you have it. Beth's 39. Amy turned 37, maybe. Anyway, I just wanted to say to you, don't blink, or as soon as you blink, okay, your kid's going to be, 25 years old, and you're going to wonder what happened. Over to you.
W8WKY.
Yeah, roger that. I can understand that. I still can't believe that she's. It's a weird feeling. Like, kind of like she's always been there. Like, you can't really imagine life before her. Like, I remember it, but it's I don't know. It's kind of cool. And she's already 6 months, and she's. I think today, Lucy texted me and said, "Hey, her bottom tooth just popped through." So. She's grown up fast. It's really funny. We started feeding her like baby food for the first time recently. It was a couple weeks ago, and put a little bit on the spoon, held it up to her mouth, and she grabbed the spoon and shoved it in her mouth. Just started feeding her. I think she was more like, "Oh, thing I can stick in my mouth." Like, I mean, she does that with everything. But it's just a little shocking for her to just grab it like that and just, take a bite. So, but she has got quite the appetite. She is growing like a weed, and I feel like she's going to be taller than I am. That's for sure. So, Lucy's grandmother on her mom's side is 6 foot tall. So, there's a pretty good possibility that she'll be taller than me. So we'll see what happens. Over to you, Gary.
Well, yeah, I get that part. That's for sure. My daughter Beth, who is the volleyball player, although Annie played volleyball too, she was not. Beth, let me get to. Beth was 5'11", and on a good day I might be 5'11". I don't know. I'm about 5'10" actually. So anyway, yeah, no, I get it, and I so fondly remember the kids growing up and stuff, and man, you're just in for a great ride. You really are. I remember my wife being in. I think she was in Pittsburgh with Beth at some tournament, and I was with Amy in Cincinnati at another tournament. I mean, it was nuts. It was nuts, but wow, it ended. But I have the best memories. Back to you, Josh.
KEAPK for ID. My radio shut off at the very end of your transmission, but I got 99% of what you said there. Yeah, it's really cool. Did you have a favorite age for them growing up? I know so far I'm like in 6 months. I'm just thrilled because she is always so happy. We're very spoiled with her. She's like she'll have days where she's drowsy or something like that, but for what it could be, we're very grateful for how happy she is. But did you have a favorite age when they were growing up?
Okay, before I answer that, your daughter's 6 months now. I don't know that I know her name. I know your wife Lucy, and you got to tell me your daughter's name. I want to know if are you planning on having more children? That's I need to know that the answer to that question.
Yes. Well, I tell people, somebody at work asked me this question recently, and I told them we're hoping to have 8 kids. And everybody who's listening just went, what? Yeah, Lucy's family, she's got 6 brothers. There's 6 siblings in her family. I have 4 boys, myself included, in my family. Yeah, we're looking to have more kids. Her name's Betty. Betty May is her first name. We call her Betty or Betty May. Either way, the middle name is Boston. Betty May Boston.
All right. Okay, Josh. Yeah, I don't know. I got 100% of that. You're just a little scratchy now. No worries yet. So anyway, favorite time. I'm telling you. Well, I have to say this, and this is the reason I asked if you're going to have more kids, if you were planning on having more kids, or if you're going to be one and done. So Beth my oldest, was the easiest baby. She was just the perfect child, kind of like how you're describing Betty May there. But anyway, I mean, she was just wonderful. And so that was cool. And then Amy came along. Amy. So Amy was challenging. I'll just say that. Anyway, that's so back to the original question. Favorite times, they are all wonderful, and they're all unique, depending on the kid. My wife kind of said, she said, if I would have had Amy first, I might not have had Beth. So and she said that in jest. I just want you to know. But both the kids are wonderful. All the ages were fascinating, and each kid painted their own picture for that age. Just relish it all. KEA, VKA, AAHCS.
AAHCS, KEA, VKA. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and definitely been enjoying it so far. It helps that I married a saint. I don't know how my wife has put up with me up to this point. So I'm very happy with that. She is definitely couldn't do it without her in multiple respects. But my parents had a similar situation where my brother, the second oldest, came along. I'm the oldest, and Jacob was the second oldest, and he was much more challenging, much more colicky, much fussier. I don't know what I was. I don't think I was perfect, that's for sure. But I just remember growing up there like, yeah, Jacob was a challenge. So I know that that's possible, and so when it comes to the rest of the kids, we'll just say as God wills it, I guess. That's typically the answer I should go with, I think. So, but I'm looking forward to it, and very blessed to have her. She's wonderful. It's funny, we took her to my grandpa's house. I can't believe he's going to be 91 at the end of September. And it's just so funny. She's so Betty's actually named after his now passed wife, my grandmother. But it was funny. We had her, and we were sitting there because she'll like stand up if you're holding her. But then she took a step, and then she took another step, and then she took another step, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!" We were shocked. Time out my machine here, but so yeah, she's a little bundle of joy. So over to you, Gary. I'm gonna send it over to you one more time, and then I'm gonna say 7 threes because I pulled into the QTH here and gonna head inside and get myself some food. Over to you, Gary. AAHCS. This is KEA VKA.
All right, Josh. Yeah, no worries. I think I might turn the TV on and see what's going on. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired myself. But great talking to you tonight. And but I got to tell. I'll tell you some other time. But I can tell you that your wife is lucky as well. So, and that makes for a great combo. Yeah, man, I have some life stories. Anyway, all good, of course. All good. Anyway, I'll let you go. Have a fabulous evening. Get some food in there, and tell Lucy I said hello, and give Betty May a little smooch on the forehead for me. Yeah, we'll talk to you again, Josh. Take care. KE8VKA AA8CS, and I'll be clear on your final. Gonna QSY to the TV set.
All right there, Gary. Enjoy the TV, and thank you. Appreciate it. And thanks for coming back to me on the repeater here. It's always nice to have somebody come back to talk to on the drive. 7-3's my friend, and we'll catch you soon. KE8VKA, clear with AA8CS.